Hi, this is your host Shubham Tiwari, and I welcome you to Education Plus, a show brought to you by Wonder Published Magazine. We try to bring in the institutional perspective to the discourse around education and, more importantly, education technology. Our today's guest, Ms. Alka Kapoor, has over 32 years of experience in educational research, and she's also 20 years of experience as an institutional head. She's currently the principal of Modern Public School, Shalimar Bagh, New Delhi. Welcome to Wonder Published Magazine, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
So, as I just told our viewers that you hold such a vast experience, which includes, your research, you as a teacher, as an institutional head, which role do you enjoy the most?
Wow, that's an interesting question. Uh, I feel I'm a born administrator.
Oh, wonderful.
I was told this when I was a child. I was very competent and commanding. I was a kind of a perfectionist in whatever big or small I did. So people tell me that I was immaculate.
Okay,
But I always wanted to be a teacher. So
okay,
as a child, I started teaching a small and friendly group and found teaching to be a very amazing, rather wonderful and rewarding,
yeah,
in ways that people who do not teach can never possibly imagine.
okay. So, were you also competitive? I mean, from the beginning, were you used to take
Yes, yes.
competition very
Yes,
seriously?
yes.
Okay,
So, I'll tell you everything about my journey, how it all started, and
yeah,
how I became a
yes,
teacher.
please, yeah,
So, I think teaching for some people is very exhausting and exasperating physically, and mentally the most demanding job that could be. But to me, it came easily. I mean,
okay,
I enjoying doing it the most, and
wonderful,
I think I was a visionary. And then they say when you need something with conviction, you desire something with conviction, the universe conspires to give it to you. And I found myself to be a teacher.
yeah,
And then I was, because I said I was a born administrator, so the management could sense that all of that.
right,
And I can easily say that God designed me in that way that I possess most of the tools and skills of becoming a good mix of a teacher and that of an administrator.
okay,
So my intrinsic interest in the matters of law, the court,
yeah,
and my immense patience and time management also helped me to achieve my goals as an administrator, which quite deftly and easily I could manage. And that is
correct,
what was seen by my management when they gave me that the job of a personal, relationship officer in the school.
correct,
And I was in fact doing everything inside and outside of the school in the interest of my organization. And teaching I found little difficult,
okay.
and administration very challenging, but in my own way, I think I did it quite well.
And you made that leap from being a teacher to an administration within 2 years, right?
Yes, yeah, no, not within 2 years. I
Okay.
was appointed as a primary teacher, but not on papers, but I was expected to do works of administration,
Okay.
And then maybe somewhere in the year 95, 96, no, exactly 2000. So their journey, then I was promoted as a TGT, as a trained graduate teacher, and then as a
Right.
postgraduate teacher.
Right.
And then finally, I became the principal in the year 2000.
Okay. So you have told us about how you're different from other people. You are very competitive and good with administration. But how do you define your schools? Let's say your organizations. How are they different from other public schools? Because you're also in the executive committee of
Yes.
this forum of public schools.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, Modern Public School was established in 1971, and it has a legacy of almost 50 years now.
Okay.
On 1st of July 2021, we are going to be exactly 50.
Wow.
And
Okay.
this school strictly works in accordance with the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So,
Right.
it covers almost every aspect of education that the world strives to gain. I would say that we are a school that works on the holistic development of a child, not simply to say, but we actually do.
Yeah.
And we look at all aspects of education and schooling. For
Yeah.
me, as a leader, every single child and his life is very, very important. And as we say that we live only once, it's my
Correct.
ardent endeavor always to contribute to every life in the best possible way and to ensure that the students of modern public school relish this experience forever. So, how the school is different is that number one, it is ranked 17 in the state and 74th at the national level in
Wonderful.
the C4 survey, which is the most prestigious survey of the education world.
Yeah.
We are also known for our innovative curriculum, which is complemented with experiential learning.
Yeah.
As in, we'd like to give a hands-on experience. NEP now talks about collaboration, project word, and
Correct.
but we've been doing it for the last so many years. So now people talk about globalization, but the vision and mission of my school ages back has been a whole child in the whole world.
Correct.
So I like to prepare students who are global citizens,
Okay.
and I like to give them wings and
Wonderful.
roots, so that they are strongly rooted to the Indian ethos and values, which we take pride in,
Yeah.
and wings to soar high and make a life for themselves, experiment, and be where they want to be.
Correct. Correct. So, I mean, yeah.
Whether it is, I would like to tell you more about the
Yes,
school. I
please.
have this
Yeah.
opportunity, so why not use it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Please.
we were almost one of the first schools to be given the Atal Tinkering Lab out of the 30 schools in India.
Yeah.
And then we were the first school to come up with the astronomy lab. And
Oh,
then,
astronomy lab. Wonderful.
yes, yes.
Okay.
And we also have a 3D science lab. We have all kinds of laboratories and the English lab, and we give enough scope to the children to explore, and hands-on training and innovation, I think, is the forte of our school, and I take pride in that. So recently during COVID, one of my students, he innovated a touchless doorbell, which was
Oh,
also acknowledged by the
wow.
Minister of Human Resource and
How
Development.
old is this student?
So this student is in class 11,
Okay.
and he was acknowledged and appreciated by the Minister of Human
Yeah, I'm
Resources,
sure. Yeah.
who
Wonderful.
tweeted, and he was all over the media, all over the newspaper, to the extent he got fed up and he said, now I want to be off media for some time, ma'am. And then, the school aims at producing rare combinations of brains and brawn. And in the CBSE athletic meets for the last 10 years, we've been
Correct.
national champions. And
Yeah.
recently, Delhi government awarded a cash prize of 49 lakhs to my
49
athletic.
lakhs. Wow.
Yes, which is a
Wonderful.
big, big, huge amount.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So, ma'am, you spoke about brains and bronze. We are again going through this pandemic, and
Yeah.
the COVID numbers are again rising. So, how do you plan to, focus on that, latter part where, physical activities are again going to be confined? We are not meeting, we are not playing together. So, how
As
do
I
you
told
plan
you,
it?
as I told you, in modern public school, every day starts with activities.
Okay.
When for the last times immemorial, I would say. So we carried on with this tradition, and every single day, a video used to be posted for because we are also working on the Fit India curriculum,
Okay.
and every single day a video used to be posted, and we used to encourage our students and their parents to get together, make a kind of a play kind of environment, and
Right.
begin their day with those kind of physical exercises. So that is what I have been telling the parents to do. So in the absence, when the students are not even coming to school, I mean, on the spot, even if it's a one room house, if you desire, if you wish to do it, everything is achievable.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And you also spoke about the new education policy and the curriculum designing, which you have expertise in. So you, in a way, sort of preempted the changes that were coming in the new
Yeah,
education policy.
yeah.
But nobody could see this, COVID-19 pandemic coming. So do you see any changes in the curriculum based on such events, such unexpected events?
Yeah, our school has been successfully running the humanity curriculum, wherein a plethora of activities are organized to
Okay.
strengthen the core values of humanity. Again, this is something the NEP really focuses on,
Yeah.
making a good human being, and the school is committed to take care of senior citizens in and
Okay.
around the school vicinity. Uh, mm, by all means, and we even share the school resources with the children of economically weaker section, as in
Okay.
the school runs an after school program
Okay.
for the underprivileged of the nearby slums, and it's called the Navchetna Shiksha Kendra.
Okay.
So uh, even during the pandemic, the school initiated a venture wherein I thought, what if the children cannot come to school? The school can go to the children, and that
Okay.
is of the underprivileged section. So, the buses that were lying unused,
Yeah.
we were not operating the buses. So
Yeah.
I converted them into library on wheels and science on wheels.
Right.
So that project was started, and volunteer teachers came, and we used to take the buses close to the slums, and the
Wonderful.
library in the bus and the science in the bus was used by the underprivileged for education. So I think that was a wonderful move, and during lockdown we could reach out, and then also we have Roti Bank. So,
Okay.
what we started doing was, children every day when they come to school,
Yeah.
they bring a packet of roti for themselves and also for donation, because I believe in the concept of caring and sharing.
Wonderful. Yeah.
So, during lockdown, this was not possible. So I used to send my bus to collect the rotis and collect
Wow.
the roti packets, and then send them across to the roti bank. So, other than that, we also have the Desh Bhakti curriculum,
Okay. What is it? Yeah.
wherein the school conducts a gamut of activities, so that the youth builds faith in India's sovereignty and secularism.
Okay.
And we started a podcast,
Right.
Anmol, which is the Gems of India, that enlightened the students and the society with
Right.
the epic stories of the unsung heroes. So you can
Yeah.
see on my Facebook, and the renowned personalities of India. So that was it. And then we also named every classroom after the name of those unsung heroes, and gave
Wow.
a brief description so that children do know. And that is the Desh Bhakti curriculum. And then we also have Project Ummeed, which is run by the school's Interact Club,
Okay.
to impart functional literacy skills to the non-literate destitutes of the society.
Right.
And we begin from the neighborhood. So,
Okay.
we are committed, I mean, in providing quality education, not just to our students, but whomever we can reach out to. And I think modern public school has become a paragon for the educational institutions who are still struggling to
Yeah.
maintain their existence amidst, the corona fright.
That's
So,
wonderful to
with
hear,
the
ma'am.
multifarious and multitudinal activities,
Yeah.
beginning from short videos to personality development on webinars on artificial intelligent
Yeah.
astronomy, we've been doing it all on regular basis, not just with our own students, but with
Yeah.
also the underprivileged.
Wonderful, ma'am. And
Yeah.
do you also,
Yes,
work
I
on
forgot
the
to tell you
financial
about the Atmanirbhar curriculum, which
Atmanirbhar? Okay.
yes, we
Yeah,
also have
please.
the
Yeah.
Atmanirbhar curriculum, and we also have the Fit India curriculum, wherein
Okay.
I told you after the Fit India curriculum, in the morning we have a 4-acre ground, so students can come, maintaining of the vicinity, of course, and
Right.
we kind of set up a small gym there wherein they can exercise. And then Atmanirbhar is that every child is born with some quality, some skill,
Yeah.
which probably, if they're not chiseled, they don't realize till maybe 50 years of age. I
Yeah.
normally ask people, what's your, the other day I was telling someone, I asked a 50-year-old person, what's your hobby?
Yeah.
What are you good at? And there was no reply, because someone did not make him realize that he's good at that particular skill, or he's
Correct.
got that quality. So the Atmanirbhar curriculum focuses on a skill.
Yeah.
And how I took this during the pandemic, there is this friend, couple of mine who are very good garment designers. They are very renowned designers. So
Okay.
people stopped buying clothes. So
Right.
when people stopped buying clothes, they were just wasting their time. So
Yeah.
the lady, she had the skill of cooking amazing food. So she started her home kitchen, and that is how she could make her life more like easy, and she could make the world's meet.
Yeah. That's impressive.
So
Yeah.
she could meet the expenses. So every person has a skill. In such trying situations, when we focus only on academics, there are times, MPhil person or a PhD qualified person, he
Yeah.
shifts to Bihar, he's not able to get a job. But
Correct.
if he has some skill in hand, I am pretty sure that he can earn a livelihood for his family. So that is what is the Atmanirbhar curriculum about.
That's wonderful, ma'am. And I have to ask you this: how do you find time to do all these things? Because you are also, connected with so many NGOs. You're connected with so many programs. So how do you make time
So,
for
that
all
makes
of
it
these things?
easier for me. That is also a very, very good learning experience. When we meet people, there are a lot of deliberations, lot of ideas, and then
Correct.
I have a very energetic and, a committed team of teachers. I just have to come and share my ideas and thoughts
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
So we are kind of almost on the same page. They are well driven, and
Yeah.
they also believe in the concept of caring, and giving back to society what society has already given us. So I think we are, as a team, we can manage to do everything very, very easily and deftly.
Correct. Correct. And
Yeah.
you're also, and I quote that you're also an environment crusader.
Yes.
So these are very serious issues which the world is facing right now. How do you make little kids aware about these issues so that they are also in tune with what you're doing?
Okay, so we at Modern Public School as a team have resolved to mold environmentally groomed youth.
Okay.
So that's a resolution. So, we keep doing activities, like I'll share with you very recently. The school has adopted a MCD park in the vicinity, and we've taken responsibility of its restoration and maintenance.
Okay.
So, the more the children are close to nature, they'll realize its bounty. Like, for example, all of us fell in love with nature all over again during the lockdown,
Yeah.
when we could see the birds chirping and when we could see the blue sky.
Yeah.
So, all these things happen when we care for the nature. I think I keep taking those profound activities, like sending my children to clean the Yamuna and
Oh.
see how
Okay.
the Yamuna feels if it is choked when we throw our garbage. And then we do that. We switch on the is off the electricity, and we. I think we've produced eco warriors through the Eco Club of Modern Public School, which has been very actively associated with the Department of Environment and
Yeah.
TERI.
Correct.
So, for again, I would say conceptualizing the sustainable development goals.
Yeah.
Our students participated in the mega events organized by Terry, like the Climate Jambo, and
Okay.
both on offline and online platforms, which entailed a plethora of events,
Yeah.
to chisel environmental consciousness of the youth. Then recently, we co-hosted a 24-hour environment festival.
Wow.
So people from all across the world, that the Miss Earths and the environmentalists,
Yeah.
everyone they came, and my school was a part of it. So when children keep listening to all this, somewhere
Yeah.
it does leave a mark. And then we also have environment education in the curriculum. We make it our priority to first stir the love and curiosity of
Okay.
nature, so children can become aware of the environment and feel motivated to take small steps to preserve it.
Right.
So when we design our school curriculum, I make
Yeah.
it a point to include that project based activities where the child needs to go out to nature and identify how uncontrolled human activities are tampering with our habitat.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
mm, then we have the green school audit, and in association with Center for Science and Environment, and people come and they give speeches, and
Okay.
deliberations are done. And we've constituted a team of students with their mentor teachers, who also conduct the annual audit of the school in terms of the energy utilization. And then
Okay.
we make sure that they save the energy. And then waste management, like we call it a zero waste school.
Okay.
Children
Wonderful.
bring in their plastic bags,
Mm-hmm.
whatever waste out of stationery or food waste is there, they put it in the packets, they take it back home, and they don't put the garbage in the school. No trash comes to the school.
Wow.
And then land utilization and biodiversity, then air quality monitoring. Every day we have a team, the club, and who monitors the air quality, the water quality. And that is how my school has been declared as the green model school.
Wonderful.
And then we have the paper recycling, so it is within the children that they don't use waste paper also. And students are allowed to visit and recycle their own paper, and of course
Okay.
then reuse it. So and then of course I tell every child that you should be able to grow your own food. So the moment you
Wow.
are in contact with the soil and the food, there is a special love, and you like to do it. So in our own small ways, I think we are trying to manage it. And during the pandemic,
Yeah.
all my students and all my teachers, they were showing me small fruits and vegetables that they had grown in on their small terraces and in the small pots. And of course I have been doing it too.
It's wonderful, man.
Yeah.
And speaking of pandemic, these mental health issues, they rose pretty quickly.
Mhm.
So, if I can ask you, what did modern public school do for the, mental health of the kids?
That's the most important,
Yeah.
because I always say, I would refer to the film Guzarish, wherein
Oh,
there
oh,
hero
wonderful.
Hrithik Roshan, who is physically invalided, and he is physically incapacitated, but his mind is alert. So I always say that if the mind is alert and physically you are weak, you can still live, and for that matter, live life comfortably. But if the
Correct.
mind is unwell physically, even if you are a
True.
Hercules, you will not be able to survive.
True.
So, I take pride in telling you that we started a cell called Muskurahat, wherein the children can directly reach out to me. I gave my phone
Okay.
number to each and every student, to every stakeholder. In the middle of the night, 24/7, I was available to them, and we called it Muskurahat. And other than, as in the beginning, I told you, other than teaching and administration, I think my forte is also counseling. And then I also made a world record with the highest number of participants on mental health and well-being.
Yeah.
And it was a world record made by the World Record UK.
Wow.
And it was all over. And I think with my during the pandemic, I've taken number of trainings with the CBSE, or through the CBSE also,
Yeah.
and reached out to the teachers, who are the first point of contact with the students. So if I'm able to convince the teachers to be mentally strong, and how they need to ensure that the children too need to be mentally strong.
Correct. Correct.
So I think I've done my bit.
Wonderful, ma'am. And since the COVID numbers are rising again, and there must be concerns, regarding the opening of the schools. So how are you managing those kinds of fears? Let's say in your teachers.
I think we need to learn to live with the pandemic.
Okay.
So I'm telling my teachers, I'm telling the students, I'm telling the parents time and again that they have to be very, very careful, follow all the safety protocols and not be scared. We've got to be kind of fighters, build up
Yeah.
the immunity. Like, for example, I myself have recovered from COVID. I was hospitalized for 17 days.
Okay.
And the day when the doctors told me you have to go back home, I said, oh, wow, I was having a great time in the hospital. So I did not let that fear get into my head.
Okay.
And of course, prayers were there. So, pandemic has taught a lot of things to me in particular, and I translated to my students
Right.
that we need to have our priorities very, very clear. First and foremost is the health. We cannot
Correct.
compromise the health. So, a proper regime should be made by every child, and starting with your physical fitness and good habits, and follow all the safety protocols.
Correct.
I think then there is not much need, and step out of the house or wherever, where only if it is necessary, and try to make the best use of this time, because during the pandemic, we utilize the time in the best possible manner.
Okay.
All of a sudden the pandemic brought the world to its knees,
Yeah.
but the teaching learning went on because the teachers uh, utilized, I believe, this time
Yeah.
in upgrading themselves with technology, with all the new norms. And of course they encourage the students also to do it.
Yeah.
Students are faster than us. They could, because we are, I would say, digital migrants, and
Yeah.
they
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah.
We're not natives. Yeah. Come.
Yes, yes, they are the natives,
Yeah.
so they could manage it better. But
Correct.
I think it's been a mutual kind of a contract that whatever we know, we will teach them, and whatever
Yeah.
they know, they also teach us. So it's, I think, a learning either ways, both ways.
Correct, ma'am. So, speaking of learning, did you learn anything new about yourself during this time? Something new that you discovered?
Yes, of course. I was earlier not a very, very technologically sound person. I
Okay.
was very, very challenged. I remember the first day when I was asked to take up typing. I said that is one thing I cannot do. So
Okay.
now I think I've mastered the art, and
Okay.
I can now use technology to teach, to do so much. And then now, as I told you, I've learned to grow my own food. So no matter in the worst situations also, I will not die empty stomach. I will still have something to eat. And of course, love for family, love for
Yeah.
nature is one thing we've come to understand, that
True.
how to live in the minimalistic,
True.
and certain things that we used to feel are our assets are actually not our assets. It was a farce. And
Yeah.
I think, in a nutshell, it's a healthy lifestyle that all of us have learned during the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. And speaking of technology, how did you, go about your administrative duties through these online mediums? What tools did you use? What sort of problems did you face? Did you
Okay.
face? Yeah.
See, we've been a Microsoft Showcase school, and for the
Okay.
last many years we've been using Microsoft, and
Wonderful.
the flipped classrooms and teaching through videos. I
Yeah.
think since 2014. So it was nothing new to us when people were grappling and trying to find solutions. I think we were on the job, the entire school, because I told you we
Wow.
have a vision and we are a very, very progressive school.
Yeah.
So, and I've traveled almost across the entire globe. So
Wow.
I've visited schools almost across the globe, and whatever I've learned there, I've tried to incorporate it in my school.
Right.
And I would say things were not very, very difficult. And using platforms like, of course, Zoom and Microsoft Teams,
Right.
Kahoot, Flipgrid. I think we've used it almost all. And the beauty is, earlier we were, my teachers were governed by by the watch. I was never governed by the watch. That is why I call myself a good administrator.
Okay.
Anyone can reach out to me 365 days, 24/7, because घड़ी देख के ना मैं सोती हूँ ना मैं जागती हूँ.
Okay.
So I was available to my teachers all through, and the beauty was, in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock, we were all working, because that was the most peaceful time. We were deciding, we were planning. So I would salute my teachers for doing a fantastic job, keeping the interest of the students
Wonderful.
in mind.
Wonderful, ma'am. So do you have any messages for your teachers, for your students, which you'd like to give now?
Never feel hopeless. Keep faith.
Yeah.
Get yourself vaccinated and
That's
fight the
important.
COVID. And fight
Correct,
the COVID.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So we are at the fag end of the interview. So if anything that you'd like to talk about and I didn't ask you, now's the time.
Yes, I would like to mention that people need to understand that there is a lot of joy in giving. Take good care of the animals around you. Take good care of the elderly around you. Take
Right.
good care of your parents. And for parents, I would take good care of the children.
Correct.
Help the needy. This Diwali, when people were not able to step out of their house to celebrate Diwali, my students had a wonderful Diwali, because we gave them an activity for homework, which was to create a joy box. It the joy box as good as a shoe box, or joy box as good as your dining table, that huge as your dining table, and whatever you felt like, you would put in the joy box. And we collected almost 2,000 joy boxes.
Wow.
And we tied up with Roti Bank and we distributed to the neighborhood, because this is the time, and you could actually see the joy on the faces of people who got it. So I feel your life becomes worth something if you are able to spread that smile around. Whatever you shoot out will eventually come back to you. So spread as many smiles as you can, take as many blessings as you can, and I'm sure take good care of your health, and that's it. Live a simple life.
Ma'am, we hope that you continue to implement your wonderful ideas and continue to inspire all of us. So thank you so much for giving us your time today.
It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. God bless you. Stay safe.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you to everyone, our viewers who watched us tonight. So thank you so much. Bye-bye.